And we know that all things work together for the good of those who love God. Romans 8:28. Often we find ourselves in frustrating situations, like doors closing in our lives. It is natural to feel discouraged in the face of disappointments and setbacks. However, it is essential to remember that these experiences can be disguised opportunities, preparing us for something even better. When we encounter closures in various areas, it is a moment to reflect on the direction God is showing us. Each closed door may be an invitation to look with hope toward the new opportunities that are about to come. It is a call to cultivate an open heart, ready to receive what He has prepared for us. Have you ever stopped to think about how you have reacted in the face of adversity? Often we are led to complain or worry about what we have lost. But what if, instead, we focused on seeking the door that God is about to open? True trust in God allows us to glimpse a future filled with promises and blessings, even amid difficulties. Challenge yourself to change your perspective. Instead of looking at what is gone, how about directing your gaze toward what is to come? The certainty that, when one door closes, He is preparing another that no one can shut, invites us to live with faith and hope. Let us prepare together for this new phase that God is about to bring into our lives. It is crucial to understand that even in hardships, there is a greater purpose guiding us. Often when we face closed doors, we forget that there is someone who cares for us and is always present, even when we cannot see. The Word assures us that even in the most challenging times, we can trust that we are not alone. The passage from Psalms reminds us, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Psalms 23:1. This simple yet powerful statement invites us to reflect on the trust we should have in God. When we face difficulties, it is easy to feel abandoned or helpless, but these words remind us that in any situation, He sustains and guides us. When doors close, it is the time to look at God's care in our lives. Each of us may go through moments of uncertainty, whether in work, personal relationships, or other areas. Often we feel lost, but it is precisely in these moments that we should remember that He guides us. By seeking His direction, we can find the strength to move forward, even when the path seems dark. The doors that close can be painful, but it is essential to understand that they do not define our worth or our future. Instead of clinging to what has been lost, we can learn to look with faith at the new opportunities that arise. Just as the passage reminds us that we shall not want, we must believe that God has something better in store for us. He is a good shepherd, and even amid difficulties, He will lead us to green pastures and still waters. In our lives, circumstances can change rapidly. A job may be lost, a relationship may wear down, and this can leave us disheartened. However, as we reflect on this passage, we are invited to remember that divine providence is always at work. What seems like a loss may actually be an invitation for a new beginning. Instead of focusing on the doors that have closed, we should ask ourselves, what is God preparing for me now? We are surrounded by uncertainties, but trust in God allows us to face these situations with hope. By accepting that some doors need to close for others to open, we begin to see the beauty of the divine plan in our lives. It is in this acceptance that we find peace, even when the world around us seems chaotic. The promise that we shall not want should be the anchor of our faith, especially in life's storms. Therefore, as we face frustrations, it is vital to cultivate an attitude of gratitude and hope. With each door that closes, may we remember that God is working in our favor, preparing something grand. May we set aside complaints and long for the doors He is about to open. True transformation happens when we recognize that, even in difficulties, we are always under the care of the one who loves us unconditionally. The certainty that the Lord is our guide and that He cares for us helps us overcome adversities. As we look forward, may we have faith that other opportunities will arise, and with each new door that opens, we will have the chance to experience God's love and goodness in our lives. Lord, I come to You with an open heart, recognizing that I often get carried away by frustrations and challenges that arise in my path. It's easy for me to cling to what has been, to the doors that have closed, but today I want to surrender that weight to You. Help me to let go of complaints and to see the purpose behind each situation that saddens me. May I remember that, even in difficulties, You are with me, guiding my steps toward something greater, as taught in Psalm 23:1. I thank You, God, for the blessings that I often overlook. I am grateful for the doors that have closed, for I know that each one was an opportunity for me to look to you and seek your guidance. In moments of discouragement, it is easy to forget that you care for me and that I will lack nothing. May I always remember your promise of provision, and that even when everything seems uncertain, you are working in my favor. At this moment, I hand over to you my worries and desires. If there is something weighing on me, like uncertainty regarding a job or a relationship that seems strained, I trust that you have a plan. Help me to see beyond the limitations that surround me. May I wait with faith for the new opportunities that you are preparing for me, knowing that the door you will open, no one can close. I ask, Lord, for those who are also facing difficult moments. May your peace reach every troubled heart, bringing comfort and hope. May those who feel lost or unmotivated see a new path illuminated by your presence. May we unite in prayer and faith, seeking the plans that you have for us, even when difficulties seem insurmountable. As I reflect on the doors that have closed, may I offer you a spirit of gratitude. May I not only seek what I lack, but celebrate the small victories of each day. May I see your goodness in every detail of my life, and may this gratitude strengthen me in the face of adversity. Help me to live with the expectation that what is to come will be even better, for I trust in your infinite goodness. Teach me, Lord, to persevere. May I remember that just as Joseph faced challenges and closed doors, I'm also called to trust in you, even when everything seems difficult. May my faith be strengthened in trials, and may I be a testament to your love and care amidst the storm. May I be a channel of blessings to those around me, reflecting your light and hope. Grant me the wisdom to discern the opportunities that arise and the courage to pursue them, even if they seem uncertain. May I never lose sight of the certainty that, when one door closes, you are always ready to open another, and that this new opportunity is part of your perfect plan for me. May I, like the psalmist, trust that I will lack nothing in you, and that every change in my life is a chance for growth and renewal. A story that perfectly illustrates the message that closed doors can reveal new paths is that of Ruth. She was a Moabite who, after the death of her husband, decided to accompany her mother-in-law Naomi back to Bethlehem. This decision was not easy. Ruth left behind her homeland, her family, and everything she knew, facing uncertainties and challenges. But she was determined to follow the path that God had for them. In Ruth 1:16, she says, "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." Upon arriving in Bethlehem, Ruth faced a complicated situation. She and Naomi were widows and without resources. However, Ruth did not let herself be discouraged. Instead of complaining, she began working in the fields, gathering barley to ensure their survival. Ruth's determination and faith led her to Boaz, a relative of Naomi and a prominent man in Bethlehem. What seemed like a simple harvest transformed into a new opportunity. Ruth won Boaz's heart, and he became her redeemer. This story is a powerful reminder that even amidst closed doors, there is always a greater purpose. Ruth did not know that her hard work and faith would be rewarded. She not only found a new home and a new family, but also became part of the lineage of Jesus. Her willingness to move forward, even when everything seemed lonely, is a lesson for us. Often we find ourselves in situations that make us think we are losing everything. But it is in those moments that God guides us to new beginnings. Just as the story of Ruth teaches us, it is important to remember that in every difficulty, there is a hidden opportunity. When one door closes, we should not cling to what we have lost, but rather be open to the new possibilities that may arise. Ruth's life shows us that with faith and courage, we can transform moments of pain into journeys of blessings. Today we face challenges that may seem insurmountable: the loss of a job, the end of a relationship, or struggles with health. In these moments, it is easy to succumb to discouragement and complaints. However, the story of Ruth encourages us to look ahead and believe that God is preparing something better. He always has a plan, even when we cannot see it. Like Ruth, we can choose courage instead of fear and gratitude instead of complaint. When Ruth decided to follow Naomi, she did not know what awaited her. However, her willingness to adapt to circumstances and trust in God led her to a destiny she could never have imagined. Similarly, we are challenged to take steps of faith, even when the path seems uncertain. By doing so, we make room for God to work in our lives in surprising ways. The story of Ruth is a beautiful illustration of how perseverance and trust can lead us to new doors. In our most difficult moments, we should remember that faith in God allows us to see beyond difficulties and helps us find new paths. May we learn to act like Ruth, seeking with faith the opportunities He offers us, even when circumstances seem adverse. The certainty that God is in control should encourage us to move forward, knowing that every closed door is a preparation for something great that He is about to reveal in our lives. Every door that closes in our lives is not a sign of defeat, but an opportunity for reassessment and hope. Remember that what may seem like a loss is actually preparation for something greater. As we saw in the story of Ruth, faith and courage can lead us to new beginnings and achievements. As we face challenges, may we look to the future with expectation, confident that God is always working in our favor. Every difficulty can turn into a disguised blessing. As we confront the uncertainties of life, may we cultivate a grateful and open heart for the new opportunities that will arise. We should not cling to what has been lost, but rather prepare for what is to come. Trusting that the door the Lord will open will be a blessing that no one can shut is an invitation to faith and resilience. Remember, every challenge is a chance for growth and renewal in your life. God has plans that go beyond our understanding. Before we conclude, I want to leave a word of encouragement. Keep hope alive in your heart and be attentive to the new doors that will open. Do not let discouragement take hold of you. Instead, seek the opportunities that God is preparing. May the peace and certainty that nothing can thwart His plans for you guide your steps. If this message touched your heart, I ask you to like, share, and subscribe so that more people can be reached by this hope. How have you been preparing for the new opportunities that God is bringing into your life? Leave your comment and let Awan TMs share experiences and encouragement together.